Sorry that the door is backlit, but that's the best I can do right now. I just wanted to show you setting up a situation to do a correction. I'm anticipating my husband coming home. I've asked him to come through the front door. Dilly is on a leash. She's just dragging her around the house. I am going to sit here and I've got my spray bottle in my pocket, so I don't want her to associate the bottle with me. So I am just going to shoot a line right here. So basically if she comes onto the carpet and jumps on my husband, I'm going to spray her once and chuck food down. And that's just so that way she will not go ahead and jump on him. I tried the other day to have her jump on me and that didn't work. So I'm watching her now to make sure she's not chewing on one of my chairs. So I called him and said, hey, before you come in, text me, let me know you are coming in. I will set everything up so that way I can go ahead and correct Dilly for jumping, because I know you commented that that was an issue. I'm hoping that this will have a ripple effect, and so that way it will transpire to other times when she would do this behavior, and that way we can fix it once and for all. Spray bottle. I would rather you do it less with intention than haphazardly and more often. I need it to be on the mark, 100%, and capturing the moment. Quite frankly, if this doesn't work, I will still video it and send it to you to show you, hey, this is why I didn't do it. This is why it was not set up appropriately. So, like I said, I'm not putting it somewhere where she can see it. It's in my pocket. I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 sprays, and I'm just gonna shoot like a laser line of it across the way here, and I'm hoping to catch her in the act of doing the behavior. So not before, not after. It has to be exactly in the moment she does the behavior. So that's why I'd rather you take a moment and really set it up and be really coherent of how you're setting it up so you get success, as opposed to like, oh shoot, she's on the counter, where's my spray bottle, let me get it, and I'm walking around behind her spraying. That's not how we're using it. It's with complete intent. I am setting it up. I'm creating the scene to correct it with the spray bottle. And then we just go from there. So she might jump on my husband 2 or 3 times, say, and I just don't have the right angle or the right location, and I'm just not going to correct it, because I would rather have 1 really good shot at this as opposed to 3 or 4 not so great shots at it. I need it to stick and it be effective, and the most effective way is to set it up and organize it so that way you have success for the situation. I have been sitting here for a while waiting for my husband to come in, and that way it doesn't seem too weird that I'm randomly just setting up in front of the door. So I've just been sitting here watching TV. She's kind of been hanging out with me, dozing and then getting up, dozing and getting up. So I've prepped everything, I'm ready to go. I've got food in my hand. I've got my spray bottle ready to go. It's hidden. Hopefully it'll be not obvious in any way, shape, or form. So when he comes in through the door, I'm gonna go ahead and spray once, twice max, and then drop food away from the whole situation. The food, once again, is to help her work through whatever negative emotions she has about the spray bottle. So, we'll just wait.
Hello.
Oh, who's that?
Home. How are you?
Who is that? Yes, Dilly, that went better than expected. We're videoing, so. Huh, that went better than expected. I have spray. So as you noticed, she jumped up on him, I immediately hit her with it, and I dropped food. She's eating the food, which is great because it's helping her work through her emotions. She's been also Easter egg hunting just fine, and yes, Dilly, good job. So I'll pay out for her not jumping on him, but I still am ready with my hand on the trigger if need be. So it was just 1 spray. It was very precise, very accurate, and that's sometimes all that you really need to fix the behavior. I'll set this up probably once or twice again over the next couple days to see if I can change the behavior. And like I said, it's always an experiment. You never know how the dog's gonna do. And we just keep setting up the experiment to see, yes, if things have changed because of what we've done. Good job, Dilly. Good girl. Yes. Cool. I'm just gonna wait a second to see if she does it again. And like I said, I'll just prep myself by putting my food in my hand. I don't need to say YES, I just put the food down after I correct the behavior. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, yes. Good job. Yes. Yes. Even better. She sat down. Yes. Yes. Can you pet her for me, please?
Can I pet you?
Good job, Dilly.
Dilly.
Good job. Good girl. Just watch the leash. No, it's all wrapped around your foot. Good job.
Sorry.
Oh, goodness.
There we go.
So I'm just going to see if that changes her behavior. And it hasn't. Good work, Dilly. Good job. We just leave the food on the floor. She might eat it later when she's in a different emotional state, or else my dogs will come in and clean it up for her. So we've had a pretty active 2+ hours, so I'm going to actually pull her out and do a behavioral down and put her up in a kennel. So basically that's what a training session can be. Great, she just shook off and is eating food. Awesome. The training session can literally be 30 seconds and you make this huge impact on your dog as opposed to doing sporadic, mediocre training work with your dog. You want to set the situation up so you get the most effective training opportunity that you possibly can, make the biggest impact. Good girl. And then you get the result you're looking for as opposed to haphazard training where you're just hoping that you have the situation solved and you don't because it wasn't set up for success for both of you. Good job. Good. Okay, we just did the door work, and I know I said to you I was going to do a behavioral down with her. I've done a couple that have been challenging for her, and I'm going to actually step this back and make this a really easy one. Just like human beings, say you're in the gym working something really, really hard, you need a down day. So does she. So our behavioral down is back in the office. It's just her and me, and we're just going to take it nice and quietly and slow. And that's just so that way we can have success quickly, because the last couple ones have been challenging with the other dogs or my husband around in an open space. And I want to make this easy on her so that way we sometimes go 2 steps forward and just 1 step back just to make it easier on her and it be successful. Because like everything, nobody wants to have stress constantly, and neither does she. So like I said, we are making this one ultra easy so that I can get her to relax in a fairly quick state, and then I will go ahead and put her in the kennel. So like I said, as you can see, due to my behavioral down sheet, the last 2 were, one was 2 hours and one was 1 hour, and those were marathon ones where they just go on and on and on. She relaxes, gets woken up, relaxes, gets woken up. So I want to make this one easy as opposed to doing another really long one that's drawn out. So I will shorten this, and as I said earlier, we're in the office, it's quiet, it's just her and me, and the other dogs are nowhere in our space. So I want to make this one not challenging at all.